the aggression come from for white rappers? Why has it become its own genre? You know what I'm talking about, by the white rap genre, we group it all together. And do you feel like that's cultural appropriation or like culture vulture?
My beef with white rappers is that anytime black people do anything for themselves, not worried about other motherfuckers, white people come in, first they're spectators. And they spectate and they're like, oh, this is nice, this is cool, this is interesting, whatever. This is not just black people, this is any non-white person. They're like, oh, this is interesting, this is fascinating. Almost to the point where they're like, oh, then they start telling their mans in them, like, hey, you should come check this out. You should also be a spectator, There's a lot of like fetishization of difference in white culture, especially in America. So then some people who are the children usually, or like the disciples or the younglings of these people who were first the spectators, and say, hey, you know what? I can participate in this. So then they come in, they start participating. And the thing is, whereas the black people or the people of color who were doing the thing and just, doing it, enjoying themselves, creating their own space, their own safety, their own whatever, were just doing it. But then the white people come in and now it becomes, oh, well, now the aggregate of white society starts to gaze upon this because white people have entered the foray. And then what happens? They decide, oh, well, this is fun, this is cool, this is interesting, so let's put money and backing behind it. But they only put money and backing behind those people who do either what they say or are like them. So people talk about, like, let's say Eminem, right, for example. He is the top-selling rapper ever. It is not because Eminem is the best rapper ever. It is not because Eminem is the most skilled lyricist or he makes the best content. He's what we need as a fucking rapper. I mean, honestly, like most of the things where he sold the most on, what was he talking about? Doing drugs, hating his mom, and wanting to commit violence against women. Cool. I'm not saying he doesn't have a right to voice his trailer park opinions or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I've been to Detroit. I don't know. I don't care. The point is, I'm not saying Eminem doesn't have a right to tell his story, but the reason why Eminem got the platform to tell his story, and the elevation to make the monies that he made off of it and to continue to be held in such high esteem, is because he was white. The only reason why Vanilla Ice blew up was because he could stay on beat. The only reason why the Beastie Boys broke through was because they had the backing of Rick Rubin, who again was the spectator, which I was initially talking about. You look at now Post Malone, who's not even a fucking rapper, but also because the music industry itself is wild racist. Black people doing black things, whether it be for black people, with black people, basically just being our black great selves is fine. But somehow, because of the way our society is set up, and not somehow, there's a clear power dynamic, and we don't get to profit in the same way off of our own efforts and our own arts and our own perspectives until a white person offers a cosign or decides this is fun for white people to start participating in as well. And then the white people get to overshadow. So my hostility isn't just white rappers, it's what white rappers represent. And effectively, it's infidels onto black culture.
To piggyback off what he said, obviously that's a mouthful. And it's that's a bigger picture for me, smaller. Like, I don't mind the participators, I just don't like the perpetrators. By that, I don't like, as he said, I don't like the motherfuckers that come in and try to make money off of a art form that was purely, it was made by black people, created for black people, but we shared it with everyone. We didn't even make it exclusive.
We share everything that we do because we're not malicious people. Trust me, if we were malicious motherfuckers,
we would take a lot of shit back. But the fact of the matter is,
America would be burning all the time.
But the thing is like, you look at, like when Eminem came out, you were right. He was talking about matricide. He was talking about doing harm to women and things like that.
And he was being authentic. So like,
yeah, he meant that shit.
Like everybody was like, yo, tell your story, fam.
That was his story. That was the thing. And I remember 2000, 2001, the Real Slim Shady came out. You know what I'm saying? That was hot. People didn't know. We never knew what the fuck that was. Because before that, I didn't even listen to fucking Beastie Boys. They were just some white kids making noise. I didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? Vanilla Ice, yeah.
Was literally trying to be MC Hammer.
Literally. He was like Great Value brand Hammer. Okay, if for those of you that go to Walmart, but
You
my
look
kid-
at fucking Riff Raff. He's trying to be like he's playing a black character.
he definitely did that shit. I'm not taking that.
I mean, I don't know what it is.
MTV
Well, he's a grower now.
Huh?
He's a grower. He's trying to get his own
Okay, fuck
dispensaries
that.
and shit.
Fuck him. I don't care.
But Riff Raff, you know what I'm saying? These
Iggy Azalea,
Lil
the fuck?
Xan.
I fucking
Lil-
hate Iggy Azalea.
But I'm saying like
Lil
all these,
Dicky.
there's so many more examples of like white people who are trying to play a black character and then are profiting from that black caricature than the black people which they're stealing from.
And their demographic,
Yeah,
young white people who are like, oh man, like.
because young white people are the biggest consumers of hip hop, and a lot of people don't take
Well,
that
I
into
mean,
account.
white people are the biggest consumers of anything. If you're gonna make money in America.
But there are some that do it correctly. Look at I was going to say a negative one would be Slim Jesus. You ever heard of Slim Jesus out of Chicago?
Oh yeah.
The drill type rapper.
He was on the YouTube and shit, right?
Yeah, and then he said the N word and it was a rap. But but he doesn't even do
He's
that.
sucking dick for money now.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
know if that's real or not. Fact check it, but I bet you it's true.
I'm sure Hood Report will. But my thing is people like Lil Dicky. You know, he's notoriously Jewish. He basically he fundraised his first.
But that
record.
motherfucker got a TV show now. You feel me?
But that's
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the
The
industry though.
profiting.
The industry does that.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to do. It's no surprise. They're going to profit off.
There are
of
more
the work.
interesting people than Lil Dicky.
I mean,
Really,
yeah,
the
but I
question
can't
is-
name any other white rapper in the history of hip hop that I know of personally. And please let me know if y'all know some who does this shit the right way.
What do you mean by the right way?
Well, he's not doing it to take away anything from the rap game. He's not doing it to exploit black people. He's not trying to make money on the backs of black people like other rappers have. You
Well,
feel
there's
me?
this issue of like what you were saying about Eminem being authentic because he was rapping about shit that he was doing, right? He rapping about his actual life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now we have this whole SoundCloud rap culture shit of
Yeah.
like all
Any and
these
everybody.
fucking suburban white kids talking about, you know, just gun violence and all this shit that they don't actually partake in, and you know what I mean?
Tekashi 6ix9ine. I know he's not white,
Bro,
but
what is he though? I have no idea.
well, his name is Daniel Hernandez, and he's a white passing Hispanic. So if your last name's Hernandez, there's like a 90% chance that your family came from Spain at some point,
Yeah,
and
definitely
came
got Spanish.
and then came through probably either Mexico or Colombia. So
Complex did a small piece
Either
on
way.
us and said he was possibly Taino.
he's not that. He's
That's
a
what
white
they said.
passing
They
Hispanic.
based it off of his cheekbones.
What
That's
the fuck is that?
But think about this. Even Complex as an institution, right? We
Right.
look to it for quote unquote urban news and shit.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, Complex, who's the star by? Mark Echo. What is Mark Echo? A fucking who he was around when like Rick Rubin was around, all that shit. Like they are spectators to, and every time people say urban, we know what the fuck they're talking about. It means black, but black marketed for white people. It's so that white people can engage.
Right.
Anytime something's called urban, it's so. And then what happens when a black person? Also, let's remember, country music comes out of the tradition of blues music, which started by black people. Basically, everything that's cool in America started by black people. That's what we do. But anyway, country music, a black thing.
I couldn't agree more, to be honest with you, especially when it comes to music and art.
Yeah, black. Okay, so we've got country music, right? A black thing. It's now been taken away from black people. Whatever. Black people aren't engaging with it nationally or receiving national ratings. Lil Nas X makes rap song / country song, whatever. Lil Nas X makes a song. People like it. He was like, yeah, I made a song. I thought, I made my version of a country song in 2019, which had some 808s, had some kick drums, and it also had samples of banjos and guitars and all, country elements and the storytelling, all that shit, whatever. Country music stations, white people kept him out, right? Did that ever happen to Eminem? Did that ever happen to even Riff Raff and Iggy Azalea and all of these other white motherfuckers, Bubba Sparks? Like, and again, I'm not.
Because like if you have an authentic Eminem style modern day version of like I guess like white person who's rapping about his life where he grew up,
Yeah.
maybe he grew up in a community with a lot of black people or something like that. Maybe he didn't. Doesn't matter.
Paul Wall actually did. I think he went to Texas saying he went to HBCU, his wife's
did.
black. Now that these things, they mean nothing. Because as far as I'm concerned, again, the question I keep coming back to, how are they not exploiting black people with their music? Again, I told you, I care about the participators, not the perpetrators.
Exactly. So I think maybe what you're trying to say also, but my point is that like, do you blame the artist for the industry putting them on a pedestal situation?
Yes, because all the artists can always say no.
It's like if the Migos comes out with a song and then you come out with a song and it's just you as a white person sounding like the Migos, well, you can't say, oh, I was influenced by the Migos. Motherfucker, you are copying the Migos.
Yeah.
If you that, and it's just simple as that. Like, is it cultural appropriation? If you're gonna ask me, anytime I see a white rapper, I feel like that until I'm proven otherwise.
Again, I just stand by, as long as you show respect and homage, you pay homage to the original creators, to the art form, and you do justice, I ain't got no problem with you being here. And you said earlier, black people aren't malicious people. We're not. You know what I'm saying? We're willing to share as long as you show respect in sharing. I think that's a universal law. You know what I'm saying? You don't go to a traditional
you can
Japanese
eat from the meal,
yeah.
but you can't eat off my plate.
Yeah,
These are black rules. Don't eat off my plate, but again, we'll invite you to the feast. Make your own fucking plate. Right. And if you're real good, then you meet somebody and she'll make a plate for you.
Yeah.
Don't
bring your own potato salad.
Yeah.
Ever.
Nobody wants to eat anything that I make, especially if it's potato salad.
Yeah, I don't even know how to make that shit. But the whole time
I had one of those white moms where like nothing had any flavor. That shit was garbage. Luckily, there's a lot of good food in Tampa.
Garbage.
I'm sorry for your horrible childhood.
It's alright, man.
Why'd you call it defects? I would have. I was like, yo, my mom can't cook. I need to get out of here.
Yo, he ain't sorry.
No, I just ended up going to embracing Cuban culture and dating Latin women with abuelas who cook like a motherfucker. That was my tactic.